Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's Down and Dirty. We're talking yet again about the CAT Slope Assist program, but today we're going to come at it from the angle of, let's say we were doing a finish grade for like a barn pad or a house pad or something, and we come up against this scenario. We've got a big massive pile of dirt that we somehow, you know, on a normal job this would be stone because we're making a pad, but we want to make a nice flat level pad, but we got a giant mound in front of us. Well, how on earth are we going to do that? Well, first of all, I'm not going to go to the close-in screen. You guys have seen this before. If you haven't seen this, go watch one of my videos on using main fall slope or cross slope, and that'll give you an idea of what I'm doing. First thing I'm going to do is in my slope control, I'm going to set that to 0 because obviously we want a flat level pad. Now, I'm going to set that, but then I'm going to turn autos off on my main fall slope. What I am going to do is I'm going to turn autos on for my cross, because I want to control the height of the blade for the initial passes we're going to make here, but I do want to make level passes side to side. So what we need to worry about now is we've got this big pile of stone. Again, this isn't stone, but we're going to pretend it is, like we're building a barn pad. I need to get these things level to a height that I know I want my pad to be. And the problem, you know what, let me back up. We're going to turn on our main fall slope so I can show you why this isn't going to work with it the way that it is. The second I hit autos, my blade is going to start to dive to get perfectly level with my tracks, because that would be a 0% slope. But the problem is this barn pad's elevated a little bit, and so that's not going to work for what we need it to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off our slope assist. We're going to turn on our cross slope assist because I do want to stay level side to side, and then we're going to get our pad, just kind of a little section of it, roughly to the grade that we want. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to make a couple passes. And I'm making pretty light passes because this stuff is super sticky. There's a lot of organics in it, so it's one of those that just does not want to participate with me if I take big old passes and plugs out of it. But as you can imagine, this is how we'd handle doing a barn pad. I mean, you'd start getting your grade roughly leveled out so that you could have your grade checker come in and start spotting you. Except that's the advantage of this machine. We don't need the grade checker. So there's the 0% on the cross slope there. We're going to come into our pad. We're going to take a little bit more on this bite. So now we've got to a point where we're ready to set our elevation on our pad. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to leave my cross slope on because we still want a nice level pass side to side. But now we're going to turn on our main fall slope. And we are going to make sure that's set to 0, which it is. Now, I'm sitting with my tracks off of the pad right now. In fact, let's back up to make it a little more obvious. So if I hit my automatics right now, it's going to put me down at 0% right where I am. I don't want that. So we need to get up onto our pad to wherever that elevation is that you're wanting to catch. And then we're going to hit our automatics, and we're going to let the automatics do their job right there. That's where I want to be. And now we are starting to carry a 0%. And right now you can see the automatics are starting to dive. This is where I still have control as an operator. It's not going to do everything for you. You still have to be a dozer operator. That's okay. I'm going to raise up, and I'm going to get that sucker to where it's, you know, pretty close. And you can hear the machine beeping at me. That's telling me when the autos are within range that they re-engage and I don't have to fight them. So we're going to come back. We were good through here. I can even feel it. And again, being a dozer operator, this doesn't do your job for you. I'm still using my ass level, and I can tell when I'm back to being level. So right there, I'm going to turn on my autos because now I'm on my flat pad. And away we go with our next push. This one, oh, we might have to raise up a little bit. That's okay. That little double chirp means that the auto's kicked back in. I just needed that little oomph. Now, something's starting to happen here. We're getting out onto loose material, which means that the nose of the machine is starting to go down. And the blade is fighting that. But at the same time, we're still going downhill. So as a rookie, you're going to think that the machine is holding a grade. It's not. I can feel it. What the machine's doing is it's making sure that that blade is level with my tracks as we go across here. And as we start to run out of material, or you start to get out on the loose material, it can no longer carry that true level slope. But the machine still thinks that the blade's where it needs to be, so that it's telling you it's a 0% slope. So again, we're getting out here, we're starting to get soft. Look at there. I am nosed down right now. If I had to guess, in fact, let's do this. I took the automatics off. I'm at a 2.8% downhill slope. This is where being a dozer operator still plays into this. So I'm putting automatics on. We're gonna make our next pass, and as soon as we go out here, in fact, I'm gonna unscrew the camera here so I can show you guys what my screen is showing me. All right, so here we go. We're getting to the edge. I am currently level. I can feel it in my ass, but right here we start to transition. But wait a second, my autos, what's happening here? Like I said, the machine isn't understanding that we're running out of material and we're starting to tip slightly. And I don't know why. I would think that that would be kind of part of the machine registering where the actual tracks are as far as being level. But for whatever reason, this machine is not doing that. And as soon as I turn automatics off, look at there. We're at a 1% slope with a 3% cross, or a 0.3% cross slope. 0.2%, I'm sorry guys. Let me figure out how decimals work. But you get what I'm saying. Automatics don't take it to where you don't have to think, you don't have to be a dozer operator. You still have to be an operator when you're using this technology. But that being said, I didn't have a grade checker for this, and yet I'm sitting here with a nice flat pad that I just made happen. So there we go. Automatics are engaged. We're coming up, we're making our barn pad. Away we go. And I don't have a grade checker, and this is going to be a perfectly flat pad by the time I am done. And again, loose material. It's interesting to me that the machine does not detect that. In my mind, the machine should absolutely pick up on that. I don't understand why it doesn't. So there's automatics on, we're back to level, we're going to make our pass. And see, it's going 1% down. And I can feel that in my ass, but the machine is not picking up on that. So that's why I wanted to cover this topic, is because you can't get in these machines with the assumption that, first of all, you can throw your rookie operator in there and he's going to be just as efficient as a regular operator. And secondly, you can't get in these machines as a true operator and totally 100% rely on the automatics to do everything. You still have to be an operator. But that being said, we established our grade for our barn pad, and as long as I've got stone in front of the blade and we're compacting it as we go, and I as an operator already know that that's part of the process, you can drop back, you can add stone, and by the time we're done with zero grade checker work, we will have a nice level barn pad by the time we're done. But that's the approach you have to take. You can't just arbitrarily push a button and away you go, you've got it set to the right height. With these 2D systems, you kind of have to set your grade, get up on that pad, and then start pushing at a level angle in order for everything to work correctly. So I know that might not have been the absolute best explanation of how this works, but hopefully it gave you an idea so that you guys can use this technology if you've never been in one of these dozers and you find yourself in the seat. As always, feel free to reach out with any questions, and if I can't get the answer, I have a direct line to the guys at CAT to get answers for you. So feel free to reach out. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next Down and Dirty.